Chapter 19, Conflict Mediation. Rescued from a night spent on your quad, you follow Samira back to her dorm and look awkwardly around the room. Thanks for letting me crash. You sure Navia won't have a problem with me making your double a triple? Without even looking at you, she throws down her bag and flops onto her bed. The same bed you'd been sprawled out on just a few months ago. Now it might as well be another life. She's, the more the merrier type, so she won't care. Honestly, she'll probably just be over the moon to see you. Why? We don't even know each other. Samira scrolls her phone nonchalantly, but her voice gains a razor-sharp edge. Because she's a good person, Anissa. You'd know that if you'd come around more often. And there it is. The opening volley for yet another argument. I should be direct. No more petty squabbling. It's time to put on my big girl pants and have the hard conversation. You take a deep breath and then step forward, pluck the phone out of her hands. Hey! I don't want to play games. We both know I was wrong. So, Samir, I'm sorry. It was never my intention to hurt you. None of this was. That's great and all, but you did hurt me. We were supposed to do this a year together. And the first chance you got, you let yourself get swept away by Hurricane Drew. That's not fair. But before you can finish, the door swings open and Navia walks in, a steaming cup of instant ramen in her hands. Yep, that's every college student's meal. Her eyes widen as she takes in the two of you. Sorry, am I interrupting? Kind of. I know this is your room, but can Samira and I have a minute? No, I want Navia to stay. Because unlike you, she's actually been here for me this year. You know what, Samira? You're so focused on how I've always been a bad friend. But what about you? What about me? Samira jumps to her feet, inches away from you, and Navia rushes forward to stand between you. Whoa, maybe we should all just take a breather. No, let's get into it. Samira, you're just pissed because you don't have control over my life for once. You're not the only social butterfly anymore. I'm just gonna go social butterfly. We don't know past, like, Samira and where we were before joining college. For the first time since the sandbox, I'm not your little wallflower friend. You can't stand it. What? That's not true. Yes, it is. The sad part is, you can make friends with anyone. People love you, but me, people used to look right past me. You were the only one who saw me when no one else did. Then Drew saw something even you missed, and you resented me for it. I'm not the only one who's been a bad friend. You expect Samira to deny it, but instead she staggers back like you hit her, anger gone crumpling onto her bed. It didn't start out that way. You're my best friend, Anissa, and I love you. Everything just changed so fast. Sadness settles over, and you can't help but join her on the mattress. You desire to wrap her in your arms stronger than your anger. We were supposed to do this together, and the next thing I know, we're blowing me off for Drew, and I was alone. Navia sits on Samira's other side, taking her hand. Yeah, but if you two had stayed close, you wouldn't have had time for me, and without you, I'd have transferred a long time ago. Maybe things need to change. We can't always be the people we were, or we'll miss out on becoming who we're supposed to be. Samira looks between you and Navia, a sad smile on her lips. Maybe. I'm sorry, Anissa, for standing in the way of whoever you're becoming. I'm sorry, too. I don't know who I'm supposed to be, but I don't want that Anissa to be someone who turns her back on her bestie. Can you forgive me? I wouldn't have asked you to stay if I couldn't. I know I'm just a fly on the wall, but I don't think you guys should just jump back into the way things were before. Things are different. You two are different. It's going to take some work to relearn each other and develop that trust again. I guess I could teach a crash course on the new Samira seed, as long as there's room for one more, in Anissa 101. For you, always. You will Samira into a hug, and she squeezes back, but over her shoulder you see Nevia's shoulder slump. Your mind instantly goes to Drew and how he never let you feel left out, and then you pull Nevia into a hug too. And there's room for you too. If you want, I mean. I do. As a matter of fact, I say we start now. There's a stoplight party on Greek Row tonight. It might be fun for the three of us to go together and really get to know one another. And we can swing by the practice pitch afterwards, so Nevia and I can show you how the other half of the student body gets down. That's great, but if I want to pass any classes this semester, I should probably study something. We'll help you. What else are friends for? Diamond choice. I would just like to let this be known, in case I've never let it be known. I like the way she dresses. One more night out won't hurt, but then straight to the books. Together, the three of you head off towards Greek Row, and as you walk up the cobblestone path to Zeta House, you feel the hail of cheers. Frat bro. All hail Anissa, the RA Slayer! We're not worthy, we're not worthy! I knew you were popular now, but wow, that's gonna take getting some used to. You and me both, come on. You make your way through the crowd. Inside, the floor vibrates with music. Nevia eyes the bowls of red, yellow, and green paint. So what are we supposed to do? It's simple, you choose a color, find someone to dance with, and when the music stops, your partner paints you with your color. The colors are based on your relationship status: green for single, red for taken, yellow is for complicated. Well, Samir and I are single as dollar bills, so this part should be easy. She dishes green paint into 2 solo cups. You can't help but stare at the paint splatter table. Samir gives you a nudge. Which one are you going with, Anissa? I'll go with yellow, it's complicated. In my case, I think it's complicated more than speaks for itself. As you pour your paint into your cup, Samira sighs. I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear this from, but I'm sorry. Truly, I never wanted you to get hurt. I don't want to think about it. We're here for a good time. Let's dance. You shimmy your shoulders, and Nevia starts to catch the groove, but Samira just stares wide-eyed as the girl nearby winds her hips in a tight circle. Almost immediately, another girl slips behind her, gripping her waist and grinding against her. I never learned how to do that. Maybe I should sit this one out. You're single, have fun. No sitting out, just watch my hips. Feel the beat. Do what I do. As a fun, upbeat song plays, you lead Samira and Nevia onto the dance floor. Have move working your hips in time with the music. Let everybody else just fade out. Alright, here goes nothing. She twirls her hips awkwardly at first before slowly relaxing. You got it. You do too? Wanna dance? You watch as Nevia and the girl start to move against each other, and then when the music stops, they giggle, painting each other green. May I? I'd be offended if you didn't. You tip your cup to her, and Samira dips her fingers into the paint before leaning in to draw careful swipes across your cheeks. I see why you like these things so much. I haven't felt this free since school started. When she finishes, you look in your phone's front camera to see butterflies on your cheeks. Cute. Samira, it means the world to me that you were willing to try. Not just with the party, but with us too. Anissa, our friendship is too important to me to cut you out of my life over a few bad months. I'll relearn who you are 1,000,000 times if that's what it takes for us to keep us on track. You doodle little green hearts on the apples of her cheeks, and then as the music comes back, a guy sidles up to Samira. Hey, wanna try out your new moves on me? You gently push her into his arms while she's stammering. She'd love to. Just go easy on her, okay? She's new. I'll follow her lead then. As he pulls Samira further into the crowd, she shoots you a look over her shoulder, mouthing, "Thank you, thank you, thank you!" Nevia comes to stand at your side, her forehead shiny from the dance of her own. You just worked a miracle. She's been crushing on that guy for months. I could tell. She always gets a little tongue-tied around guys she thinks are cute. She had it bad for the English professor at her community college. Almost had to retake the class because she wouldn't speak. She told me, from what I hear, you two have been through a lot together. And I have to be clear, I never wanted to take Samira from you. I was just looking for friends at the school. I know, and I'm sorry for how I acted. There were just so many growing pains this year. I have a question. When did we do anything to her? I don't think we did anything to her. Correct me if I'm wrong. I should have realized that it would be the same for other people too. The music cuts out and the painting begins again. You offer Nevia your cup. Want to paint me up? It would be my honor. She paints swirling patterns up your arms and along your collarbones. Looks up at you with a tentative smile. Maybe by the time we graduate, you and I will have gone through some things together too. Nevia, plan on it. Because now that I got my bestie back, you're stuck with me. Well then, let's the adventure begin. You take a dab of Nevia's paint, stencil a dotted pattern around her eye just as the music comes back on, slow and sexy. Couples take the floor, energy changing with the music. All around you, people strip off their clothes to receive paint. Whoa, things are getting intense. You follow her, she backs away to the sidelines, and Samira joins you both, watching as people dance closer and make out with abandon. Is this what usually happens at these things? Honestly, yeah. You look out dreamily onto the crowded dance floor and find your mind drifting to Drew again. These parties are all about letting loose, releasing your inhibitions, going after what you always wanted, but were too afraid to admit. Imagine yourself with Drew in the middle of a dance floor, peeling each other's clothing off piece by piece. Come here. Drew pulls you in towards him, tenderly running his hands across you. Down your sides, over your ass, covering you in red paint. Your turn. But instead of using your hands, you push yourself to him, grinding against him as you transfer paint from your body to his. He takes your chin, pulls you into a passionate kiss, his hands exploring your paint-slicked body. Wow, I can see the appeal. The sound of her voice pulls you out of your daydream. Drew may not be here, but your friends are. Maybe, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Fair enough. Let's get out of here. Together, you make your way across through the campus in early morning hours, the crisp air prickling your skin. Now that we've seen what it's like on the wild side, it's time for you to see what it's like on the sweaty side. Mornings usually start with breakfast, an hour in the gym, and then 2-hour practice bright and early at the field. And you guys do this every morning? Mornings, evenings, weekends. We're only off now because finals are coming up. You cut through the grass into the practice field, and Nevia runs to grab a lone soccer ball left in the net. So, what's first? Are you guys gonna teach me how to juggle the ball, hit a header, do that cool backflip kick? First things first, how about we teach you the basics? The key is to dribble with the inside of your feet. She passes you the ball. You jog slowly down the pitch, eyes locked on your feet. It's weird, the screen right now. It's like really bad, like fake black cloud squares. This is supposed to be nighttime, apparently. I don't know. I'm doing it. This is horrible, is what it looks like. Now, let's try taking some shots. Aiming for a corner while making it harder for the goalie to get there in time to stop you. Samira stands in the center of the goal, crouching menacingly with her hands out in front of her, ready to block your shot. Where's the expert here? Better follow what she says. You wind your leg back and fake a kick for the right corner before quickly resetting and aiming for the left. She launches herself in the wrong direction, but your kick goes wide and it doesn't matter. I missed? How can I miss? Not as easy as it looks from the stands, huh? If you want to see how it's really done, watch Samira. She's been the top scorer during the last 2 games. Samira, that's amazing. You have to show me. Okay, but only if you play goalie. Bet you're regretting teaching me shooting secrets now, huh? No, I taught you everything you know, not everything I know. As Samira stretches to get warm, Navia jogs over. I don't play goalie, but I've noticed a thing or two. Want some hints? Yeah, please. When it comes to blocking, watch the ball, not the player's feet. And make sure to stand on your toes with your legs apart, knees bent. You're much faster on your feet that way. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Then Samira and Navia are running a play, passing the ball between them almost faster than you can keep up. Before you know it, Samira's approaching the net, gearing up to shoot. Here it comes. Remembering what Navia said, you block out her movements and focus on the ball rushing towards the bottom right corner. You dive in the direction of the ball, skidding along the dirt, and just managing to get your fingertips on it before it sails into the net. I may not have stopped it, but did you see me dive? You kicked it so hard, I think I deserve partial credit for that much at least. Partial credit given. And who knows, with a few practices, we may have ourselves a backup goalie. She helps you up, and as you dust yourself off, Navia calls out to Samira. My turn to block. Samira, let's show Anissa how it's done. By the time you decide to call it quits, you bent over with your hands on your knees, gulping in air. Okay, soccer officially hard. I'm more impressed with both of your skills than ever. I know, Navia and I make it look easy, but it's just another one of our many talents. But if we're going to hold up our end of the bargain, we should probably get you back. You leave the training field as you found it, walk the rest of the way back to Samira's dorm, basking in the quiet of campus. But inside, you catch sight of a clock and bulk. Are you sure you're both still up for this? It's been a long night. A promise is a promise. You two crack the books, I'll get started on the coffee. The 3 of you don't end up calling it a night until the sun's nearly up. With a yawn, you slip into bed next to Samira. You don't know how long you lie there, staring up at the ceiling before you hear a whisper next to you. Still thinking about him? Your heart tugs, knowing exactly who she means, and under the cover of darkness, the truth slips past your lips. I never stopped. He loves me. I know he does, but I don't think he knows it, much less wants to be in love. Is there really no way to fix it? I mean, look at us. We're working things out. Maybe you and Drew can too. There's nothing to fix, Sammy. He knows how I feel and he can't say it back. There's no way to compromise there. Turns out you were right all along. All I got from Drew Young was a heartbreak. That's not true. I saw you at the party. You're a new person now. More confident, outgoing. And all of that is Drew's influence. If this really is the end of you two, at least that piece of him will always be with you. I don't know what's worse, having a constant reminder of him or the thought of forgetting him completely. Who are we if not a mosaic of all the people we've ever loved? She turns over to face the wall, and you let her words wash over you until you hear the gentle beginnings of snoring at your side. Then you drift off into an uneasy sleep, your dreams filled with the one and only Drew Young, just out of reach. The week leading up to the finals, you spend most of your time in the library editing the final draft of the project for your film class. I can't believe I put this off so long. I'll be lucky even if I have enough footage to finish. I just need to pull out all the stops and pray for a miracle. You vaguely remember a concept Professor Takeda taught months back, that set off to find a reference book on the subject. It should be right here. But as you turn into the aisle, you nearly run right into Drew as he stretches up to grab the exact book you need. Check him out. Play it cool. There's no need to be childish about this. People break up all the time. I just have to stay calm, get my book, get back to work. As Drew snags the book and drags it down from the shelf, you exhale deeply, battling the butterflies threatening to take flight in your stomach. You found my book. Your book. Sorry, I didn't realize. Am I in the reserve section or something? He turns this way and that, looking for a sign, but you catch his hand. Warmth surges through you, the feeling of his bare skin under yours. You jerk back, your skin tingling. No, I'm in my reference book. I need that one for a project. Right. Drew turns the book over in his hands, the well-worn pages fluttering as he quickly thumbs through it. The thing is, I kinda needed to. Maybe we could share. This gaze lands on you with a quiet intensity, and you can feel the hope welling up within him. But it pales in comparison to the way your heart aches when he's close. You shake your head, stepping away. I don't think that's a good idea. Nisa. Don't worry about the book, I gotta go. You hurry back to your table, your stomach in knots. Focus, Anissa. You cannot afford to get distracted by Drew Young right now. Despite yourself, you look around and find him nearby, his attention locked on his phone. Seconds later, you get a message. I hate this. Drew, focus. We each need to ace the film project to pass the class. Then come work on it with me. I can't. So this is really how things are gonna be with us? I mean, you kinda did that, but okay. You over there, me over here, pretending we don't know each other. This is crazy. You have no idea what it's like to be around you right now. Across the room, his fingers fly across the screen in a series of false starts, his eyebrows knitted together. Finally, your phone vibrates, and the message you receive is 3 words. Then tell me. I don't even know where to start. And of course I'm sad. There's so much of me that still craves him. Nearly a room apart, you can still feel his presence in the way your body calls out to his. The only way I can make him understand is to make him feel what I feel. You type your response and stare at the words, thumb poised over the send button. Put on the show and push Drew to the edge to give him a taste of exactly what he does to you. Diamond choice. In a burst of courage, you press send and wait for him to answer your message. Come on, come on. Finally, his head dips down, eyes catching on the screen, and your phone buzzes. I'm all eyes. Sure enough, when you look up, he's staring right at you, the corner of his lips turned up in a smirk as he mouths, "Do your worst." "Oh, I will." With a swing of your hips, you walk over to a section of shelves near his table, lying the books towards the bottom. "Now, where's that book I need?" You bend over, feeling the warmth of his gaze on you as your skirt rides just so, giving him a great view of your ass. Not there." Bend a little further before giving up. As you rise, you try and fail not to look at Drew. His gaze is locked on you, clearly lost in thought, and it takes a long while before he shakes it off, returning his attention to his phone. Yours vibrates at your hip. "Okay, I think I get it." "No, you don't." "Oh no, Drew, you're not getting off that easy." This one's a tough one. Neck or lips? Go with neck. God, it's hot in here. You brush your hair away from your neck, tilting your head to the side, elongated, and you watch in satisfaction as Drew bites his lip. Oh. Drew lets out a low groan, as if on cue, your phone buzzes. You're prepared to ignore it until you see him shoot you a look. "You're good, you know that." "That's stunning. I've had years of practice." "You know what I meant." "I have no idea what you're talking about." "So the fact I'm kinda turned on has nothing to do with you." "I can't help it if you find me irresistible." "And that's what I do to you?" "Not quite." You settle back into your seat, slipping your phone away to plot your next move. The next move would be giving me the cold shoulder. Time to crank things up. You make a show of putting your phone down and returning to your work, as you catch Drew sneaking another peek. Phew, these final assignments are making me so tense. You roll your shoulders back and shove your breast forward, leaning over as if to stretch. Your phone buzzes with another text, but you only need to glance at the notification. Not yet, but this might be. Absent-mindedly, you trail a pencil along the path of your collarbone, slipping the eraser over your breasts. Huh. Your phone buzzes again, insistently, and you scoop it up with a smile. You're killing me. That's by design. So you think... Okay, let's full stop for a second. You think love is physical attraction? This is flawed, but continue. The things I want to do to you right in the middle of this library. No, well, I've got some ideas of my own. Share with the class. Is this seat taken? You look up to see a guy hovering near the empty seat next to you, and you shift subtly in your seat, turning your phone away. All yours. As he settles in, Drew texts again. Don't leave me hanging. Sorry. Didn't think we'd want an audience. Besides, patience is a virtue. And what does that get me? I don't know. Patience? Virtue? I don't know. Me on top. You want to go for a ride? Hell yes, now. I thought you were working. So was I with you, but hey, let's throw away our finals. I can work later, I want you to know. I don't think so. That burning need you're feeling, that ache in your chest, that's how I feel every time I'm near you. Anissa, please don't do this. I miss you and I need you. That's the point. Now you know how I feel, Drew. Not really. No, we'll talk about this later. You look at your empty chat box, chewing the inside of your cheek in consideration. I gotta get back to my project. I'm working on keeping my priorities straight these days. You can't be serious. Anissa. Your phone rattles against the table until you drop it back into your bag, ending the conversation on your own terms. But it does nothing to stop the feeling of his eyes boring into you. You feel a twinge of disappointment, then your phone buzzes again, and despite yourself, you eagerly check the screen. This is an automated message from the VCSU housing office. A new room has been assigned to Nisa St. James, effective immediately. Please retrieve your keys from the front office. Hey, look at that, you got a place to live now. Congrats. It's just Townsend making the split official. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe Drew and I came as far as we could. And all the pieces he left me with are all that I was ever meant to have of him, no matter how much they hurt. And they hurt. You can practically feel him embedding it within you with, like, shards of glass. Unbidden smears words echo back to you. Who are we, if not a mosaic of all the people we've ever loved? And suddenly, you have an answer to the question Professor Takeda posed with the film project all those weeks ago. I just hope I have enough clips to show everything I need. The morning of your final presentation, you wake up in your new room with your heart lodged firmly in your throat. It's a miracle I got any sleep, with at all how long I spent tossing and turning. And Jess's lamp on all night didn't help matters. Across the room, your new roommate mumbles to herself as she hunches over a textbook, fresh energy drink at her fingertips, and a mountain of empties at her feet. Must pass biochem. Good morning, Jess. Before the words are fully out of your mouth, your new roomie blocks you out with a big pair of headphones. Alright, I guess this isn't the start of a beautiful friendship. But it doesn't matter. As long as I can get through film class, things will be okay. You get out of bed, rifle through an unorganized pile of your clothing before uncovering a lace blazer you've never had the courage to wear. But why settle for okay when I could settle with making a statement? And this ensemble definitely says it all, and then some. As you run your hands over the sleek fabric of the bottoms, you're filled with a surge of confidence. If you forgot to get dressed this morning, this is how you make a presentation to your class. Okay. You smile as you slip it on, running your hands over the lace and embracing the version of yourself you became this semester. If I have to present a video on Drew in front of the entire class, I'm going to do it as myself. The wild child and academic. Right. You give yourself a good once-over in the mirror before you head off to class with your head held high. In the film classroom, you fidget nervously, drumming your fingers against your desk next to you. Drew's desk is empty once again. Don't panic, Drew knows how important this is. He'll be here. I hope. Watch video after video, the knots in your stomach growing with every set of rolling credits until finally Takeda clears her throat. Anissa, it looks like you're up. And if your film is even half as inspired as your outfit, then I can't wait to see it. Her outfit's inspired? What? What? You're a professor, shut up! You make your way to the front of the room to set up your video, and with the class watching, you're suddenly wary of how it'll be perceived. Come on, Anissa, you've poured too much of yourself into this project to be shy now. With a deep breath, you click play. Your film opens with some cell phone clips you scavenged from Professor May I party. Who is Drew Young? A name known far and wide across VCSU's campus. It's a question I'm far from the first to ask. Dude, you're early. The game hasn't even started yet. Oh, come on, Dodge. You know Drew's got to scout out the perfect teammate and bedmate. Take it easy, or you're gonna ruin Anissa's first impression of me. The Drew I met at first was charming, confident, the life of every party. Truthfully, he was... We'll go with wild card. You never knew what you're going to get when it came to Drew. Where do you think you're going, baby bird? Tour de frat waits for no one. Besides, I got a feeling tonight's gonna be nuts. I don't want to do it without you. On screen, Drew holds out a hand to you, and you watch yourself take it. Well, then let's go. I had no idea what I was getting into, but looking back, I wouldn't change a thing. The film transitions to deleted clips you were able to salvage from your laptop, and your narration powers on. Drew's funny, opinionated, free-spirited, but his laid-back attitude can be a double-edged sword. Drew, thank God. I've been working on this project, and I'm sure whatever you're doing is very important, but I got plans, so don't let me interrupt. On screen, your mouth falls open, and around you, your classmates laugh as you run after him, your squabble coming off, Drew off the camera. Hello, Takeda's class, first cut of our videos, ringing any bells? Distant chimes, but they've been drowned out by the call of dollar beer and wing night at the dive. B-roll of the campus fills the gaps in your filming. Various places you've partied flicker across the screen. Drew has an uncanny ability to figure out strengths you never knew you had, and dreams you never knew you wanted. He made me loosen up. There's a whole side of myself that might never have been let out if it weren't for Drew. And who knows who I would be without him. You'd literally probably be the same person as you were. As the video runs on, you let your mind wander back to the night that changed everything between you. When are you gonna stop playing the good girl and just be honest about what you want? Drew, your heart races as your brain conjures up feeling of his body against yours. Come on, Drew, where are you? As the film cuts to footage you borrowed from Enos and Dutch, the narration invades your memories, reminding you of that salient fact. After spending a significant amount of time together, one thing stands out above all else. Drew's the most thoughtful person I know. And suddenly you're back at the quad, watching your favorite movie with Drew by your side. He'll go above and beyond just to see someone he cares about smile. Thanks for cheering me up, roomie. Anytime you need a smile, I'm your guy. Your video ends on the footage you filmed at the lake all those months ago. Just Drew, in his own words. When I was a freshman, Enos roped me into hiking out here with her. The sun had gone down, so all we could see were the stars. And it was the first time I really realized how big the universe is, you know? That you were just this tiny speck against the vast sky. Exactly. You watch the excitement on his face as he turns to face the camera, and the understanding there is enough to make your heart ache. You feel like that too? All the time when I'm in a crowded space, just one lone soul in a sea of people who always seem to be 2 steps ahead of me. The realization worries me a lot sometimes. For me, it just proves that not a single thing I do matters in the grand scheme of things. So my worries aren't really that big a deal. As the biggest warrior I know, maybe you can use the reminder too. So, who's Drew Young? He's a friend, partier, lover, stubborn pain in the neck. But he's also someone who's seen the worst examples of love and managed to show it by bringing out the best in people around him. And I'm a better person for having gotten to know him. Your film fades to black and lights go up again. Professor Takeda applauds. Excellent, Anissa. I'll admit I was worried, but you incorporated the lessons learned throughout the semester perfectly. Though for your partner, I'm afraid I can't say the same. Your eyes dart to his desk, only to still find it empty. Unfortunately, even with an A, your project only makes up a 50% of your grade. After all this work, I'm gonna fail. I truly am sorry to have to do this. It's clear how seriously you take this class. Please. Failing this class means I lose my scholarship. I can't afford to go here without it. Without Drew's half to score, my hands are tied. Your mind races, wondering if you're wrong. If maybe you don't know Drew as well as you thought you did. But then, the door bursts open, Drew stands in the doorway out of breath and clutching an external hard drive. Wait, I finally figured out what to say about my subject, and I'm ready to present. Please tell me it's not too late. And though his words are clearly meant for Professor Takeda, his eyes never leave your face. Of course we're gonna have to wait. I hate you. Anyway, without further ado, before I get to talk, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, plenty of things to check out there. Leave a comment, let me know how you felt, but let me get to my thought. You know, guys, the age-old stereotypical BS. Guys aren't always what you seem. Again, it's the age-old stereotypical BS. Yeah, no, we only look at the boobs and the butts and all this other crap, right? And that, you know, that's, you know, what she tried to, I guess, convey to him, that it leaves the same feeling, which, does it really, though? Does it really? Like, how many of you have actually experienced real love? Right? Like, for me, as a guy, and again, I'm speaking from my point of view, that doesn't really matter, right? I can see all that around me every day. I can see it on the internet for free, let's be honest. So, to me, if anything, that physicality of seeing those things is kind of like watered down when you really think about it. I like a personality. I like the look in someone's eyes. I like the smile. I love the sense of humor. I love the laugh. I love those things. I'm kind of like a hopeless romantic, let's be honest. If you've heard and listened to me long enough, you know I do exist. My types still do thrive, though barely, but we do exist. Okay? We do exist. Seriously, we do. We just aren't out there being Drew Young. Right? We're your nerdy types. We're the people who are chilling and playing video games and avoiding partying and all this other hoopla. Right? We're kind of like Baby Bird, if you really think about it. Not all of us have been brought out of our shells. Not all of us have had a Drew Young. Not all of us are maybe even want that at all. It really depends. Again, I can only speak for myself in terms of, you know, we do exist. Guys feel love too, right? Even if you are not the me and you're the atypical person, any person will tell you how much it means to them when they feel someone's arms wrapped around them, and how comfortable they feel, and how happy and content that makes them. No matter the person. Just some of us will continue to enjoying that feeling and let it last for as long as we can, and then other people will be like, okay, this means go time, right? So with that being said, just thought I'd chime in. Otherwise, it was a cute episode. Again, a little hit and miss, but again, it's not my story, I guess, to tell. I just want to at least give it from my perspective, right? So, love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.